Hi all, welcome back to another video today. So today's learner driver passed at Wanstead Driving Test Centre with only 2 minor faults in the manual transmission vehicle. Ekaterina, you passed today at Wanstead Test Centre with only 2 driver faults on your first attempt in a manual car. Now Ekaterina, first of all, congratulations, you've done so well. Now, can you explain to anyone that may be watching this, or the viewers should we say, how was your driving experience?
Was much easier than the than the whole process. The examiner was very nice. I've been just a lot in the local area, and yeah.
And how did you find my teaching? How did you find your experience with me?
It helped a lot. Everything you taught me was just amazing because it was needed.
Did you like the mock tests?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see
They
what?
were much more difficult than the exam.
Yeah. And what did you see what the examiner just said now about he watches my YouTube videos? So that's good. Ekaterina, I hope you all the best with your driving career and experience in the future. And I'm really happy you passed today. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So as you can see, there is a compulsory left sign. Now, at a compulsory left turn, where other people may call it a mandatory left, in other words, you need to ask yourself the question, guys, is a signal required here? Now, if you believe a signal will benefit anyone when turning left here, emerging out of the junction, then by all means do so. So, for instance, if there was someone reversing out of one of these driveways, a signal would be beneficial, or for pedestrians. So always ask yourself these questions, guys. Always problem solve whilst you're driving. The pupil was then instructed to pull up on the left and not to worry about the driveways on this occasion, and then shortly they were instructed to drive on when they're ready. Now, for those of you that are watching, when the examiner instructs you to drive on when you're ready, it literally means that, guys. So if you need to go and have a little water break where you can just have a sip of water in the car, by all means do so. As it says, drive on when you're ready. As you can see, a meet situation was developing. The oncoming car was clearly not giving way to the candidate, so the candidate came into a safe place and then checked their mirrors and proceeded out. Now, that was excellent judgment on the meet situation. So as a driver, you should always forward plan. So to show awareness and planning here, you should anticipate that around this bend, a car could be coming towards us potentially. So what the learner did was position to the extreme left to better their visibility for any oncoming cars, as well as any pedestrians, which was excellent. The pupil then was instructed to turn right at the end of the road. As you can see, they just passed a junction on their right. So guys, make sure that you don't signal too early where the signal could be misleading. A misleading signal, if you do affect someone and cause someone else to interpret that signal another way, could result into a serious fault, guys. So please do make sure that if there's any junctions before the road you're intending to turn on, you signal after that junction. As the candidate was coming to the end of the road, I believe she dealt with the meet situations really well, and she obviously got the correct gear on approach and got, as you can see from the video itself, got to a walking pace before the one car left before the end of the road. And they obviously gave way to the pedestrian, but the pedestrian then decided to cross from the rear of the vehicle. and they were going ahead at this crossroad. Now, guys, whenever you emerge at a T-junction or a crossroad, you want to ask yourself the question in terms of visibility: is it an open or closed junction? And what level of observations do I need to carry out? When it's a T-junction and there's no road ahead of us, what is the differentiation between the observations at a T-junction and a crossroad? So, viewers, as you're emerging towards this junction, is this a T-junction or a crossroad? And is this an open or a closed junction? Please answer the question in the comment section below. The pupil was then instructed to pull over on the left in a safe parking place. Now, whenever the examiner instructs you to pull over on the left, make sure you identify a safe, legal and convenient location before pulling over on the left. As you can see, guys, the obstruction is to the candidate side of the road, meaning in the meet situation, the oncoming cars do have priority. Now, what was impressive here was the holdback position that the candidate adopted. So she wasn't far too in where she shows following traffic that she's potentially pulling over, and she wasn't far too out where the oncoming cars could not proceed. So you want to keep a holdback position where you're just left of the center line. If there's no center line, then you need to ask your instructors to give you an alternative reference point.